South African Democratic Teachers Union holds its National General Council meeting today, and this a week after the drama seen at COSATU's 14th National Congress, where delegates booed the ANC's Gwede Mantashe off stage. Now, many affiliates want COSATU to break away from the tripartite alliance. A motion for the SACP to contest the 2024 elections separately from the ANC was also voted on by delegates. So, to discuss this and other issues, I'm now joined by Sadtu spokesperson Nomusa Cembi. Nomusa, thank you for your time and good morning to you. I understand this is your 10th sitting as Sadtu, your meeting, a general meeting council, the last one being in 2019. Is everything set to go for today?
Yes, everything is set to go for today. In 2019, we had our National Congress. So the National General Council is like a mid-term review in between congresses.
Yeah. And what will be on the agenda today?
The purpose of the NGC is mainly to review the resolutions that were taken in the last Congress and take policy decision on matters that need policy decisions in between conferences. So we are aware that there is a lot of talk about our stance as a union and on matters that were raised last week at the COSATU Congress, and we are aware that this Congress is this General Council is taking place at a time when there's a lot of unhappiness with in the public sector. Fraternity, as we were not, we were in wage negotiations, and there's still unhappiness with the fact that workers in public service did not receive their salaries as in 2020, when the government did not honor the last leg of the resolution that was signed in 2018 that would have given effect to salary increases in 2020.
Yeah, and just to your first point about, your stance as Sadtu with regards to some affiliates saying that COSATU needs to break away from the ANC and the SACP needs to stand for elections come 2024. Where do you stand as Sadtu?
We were part of that conference. We said we could not take that matter because even the matter of us backing the ANC in the 2019 elections, it was a Congress decision. So we said we cannot take that matter at conference. We'll have to take it back to our members. We need to consult and then come back and with our view. It's not a matter that can be taken at such a conference. And we're not happy with the fact that no motion was presented about this before the Congress. Had we had the motion, perhaps we'd have circulated it to our members before going to conference. It's such a too big a decision for us to have announced at that Congress without consulting members first.
Yeah. So Nomusa, with regards to public service employees not receiving their salary increases, for 2020 as per resolution, what are members saying on the ground? What are employees saying and how are they feeling?
There's a lot of unhappiness. We have exhausted. Most of the avenues that we've had to exhaust. Now there's an issue of the current wage negotiations that are going on. We are hoping that from the NGC we are going to receive further mandate from members at council as to what to do with the current wage offer by government.
I understand that the I'm a School Fan campaign will also be discussed as part of your agenda in today's meeting. This has to do with, of course, mobilizing all stakeholders to ensure conducive, education and schooling environment, safe for teachers and learners. And I just spoke to Section 27. They taking the Department of Basic Education to court, not only in the Limpopo province, but also nationally, because they say they haven't kept to their promises of infrastructure, development and repairs and renovations in many schools in as far back as 2020. And what do you say about this as Sadtu? Because surely this doesn't only affect, pupils, it affects teachers as well.
Yes, it's a very crucial matter that we are going to look at. When you talk about the issue of I'm a School Fan campaign, we adopted that campaign at our last Congress in 2019. We are going to be reviewing it as to how far we have gone. Is it really making an impact? Because that campaign, we were calling on communities. We are saying we are engulfed by violence in our schools, violence by learners, violence by teachers, violence by communities themselves. And we felt that the answer lies with all communities or all stakeholders coming together to fight this violence. So we are going to be looking at how far we have gone. And on the issue of school infrastructure and all that, we are going to be looking at the programs that we have done and the engagements that we have had with government on the issue of infrastructure and looking well after teachers to find out how far we have gone and how much the government has responded and what else do we need to do to take forward our concerns, because we are very much concerned if infrastructure is not of the best quality or of good quality, then it affects the quality of education that we give to our learners. It affects the productivity of the teachers. It affects the learners as well to be subjected in such unhygienic and unhealthy conditions. So it has an adverse effect on education in general. So it is one of the issues that we are going to be looking at our National General Council.
All right, Nomusa, hopefully we can have a debrief as well so that we can talk about what was discussed, what resolutions also came out of this meeting today after, of course, it has commenced. Sadtu spokesperson Nomusa Cembi just speaking to us this morning ahead of their NGC meeting today, the last one being their 9th back in 2019. This will be their 10th sitting. It happens every 5 years. This is where, of course, they look back on some of the resolutions being adopted and how far they have come. Thank you so much, Nomusa.